His tireless work for a celebrated public servant has paid off. And on Monday, the City of Charleston unveiled a new Philip Simmons statue. And in this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with Councilman Robert Mitchell, who spearheaded the entire project. Councilman Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
We are actually sitting really in front of history.
Yes, it is.
It's the Philip Simmons statue. And you told me that you wanted to bring this statue back here because it's really home for him.
It's home. It's home. This is his home. And this is one place that he loved the East Side. He don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I say it's more fitting for him to have a statue right here, a place he used to always sit.
And watch the kids play.
Watch the kids play on the park.
Yeah.
Sit down from his labor and rest, and also catch the bus.
Yeah, because he was 2 blocks away from it.
2 blocks away from his house.
Yeah.
So and his shop is right down the street. So he is still looking over.
Yes.
The kids still looking over at his home.
Right.
Still looking at the people passing by. A place that he loved is the East Side.
I think he's doing that in heaven too.
He's doing it in heaven also.
Yeah.
So it's more fitting for to leave a legacy that people can see his statue here and say, oh, that's Mr. Philip Simmons people talked about.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. There are young people also see that Mr. Philip Simmons was from the East Side.
Yes, he was.
But he did a whole lot of stuff in the city of Charleston with ironworks.
And around the world.
And around the world. He got right now, he have pieces ironworks in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
That's right.
So he's been in Jet Magazine, the Ebony's Magazine. So he have made a spot for the East Side and put it on the map.
That's awesome. And let's go back down memory lane to Monday, because it was when the dedication ceremony took place. Right. When we were talking on the phone last night, you basically said that you wish you had more people here. But when this particular statue was actually unveiled, where were you emotionally?
Well, I was standing here just looking at it, and I said, a lot of people thought it wasn't going to be done. He said, oh no, they're not going to bring it here. Because some people wanted to go something elsewhere. But I said, no, it's going to happen here. He said, where's going to be? When the statue's coming? Where's it coming? I said, well, it takes a little time. Yeah. Everything have a process.
That's true.
But it's going to get done. Yeah. So I had the city did the foundation.
Right.
Because we was going to have the arts and history, not the arts and history, but we're going to have the School of the Building Arts to do it. Yeah. But they're in and out of school, so we couldn't get the kids enough time to do it, so the city did it. And after the foundation was done, I said, hey, it's time for the statue. They called me up and said, Councilman Mitchell, when you want the statue done? I said, as soon as possible. Wow. I said, let's get on the mayor's schedule. Call the mayor and get on the schedule and see when the schedule allows him to be here. Yeah. And that's what it happened. But we had a lot of people, we had a good turnout. Yeah. But it could have been more if we had more time. But it was a speedy process, and I didn't want to delay it any longer because something might have happened to the statue.
And you also told me over the phone last night that you are actually working on getting a plaque for Philip Simmons.
Yes, the plaque is being made by the School of the Building Arts, and I wanted them to do it so they can say that they have contributed something back to the community, and that's what they're going to be doing. So that plaque is being bronze and made. So as soon as it's finished, they'll be placed on the statue and have information about Mr. Philip Simmons on that particular statue, so people will be able to read it more. But I didn't want to wait till that comes back before I put the statue up. Right. I said, no, I'm not going to wait. Put the statue up here, put that in later.
Later, yeah.
Let's keep on going because you don't know what can happen tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
And even myself, I don't know what can happen with myself tomorrow. Yeah. So I said, let's do it now and get it going.
And speaking of now, 2 prominent people were at that particular dedication ceremony. Yes. And they might be a part of history, because as you know, William Dudley Gregory will be running for mayor of Charleston, and State Representative Wendell Gilliard just dropped out of the race. Tell me, what are your thoughts really on the mayor's race?
Well, you have a couple of people running, and I know all of them, and they know me.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's a really little touchy situation when it comes to the mayor's race, but I believe all of them are qualified. And I just admonish the people to read about each candidate, to see what they have done so far as Charleston is concerned, and not seeing what you're going to be doing, but what have you done thus far, and then go from that point, because you're going to have to make your own decision. Sure. I have my decision who might support.
Can you announce that right here?
Well, right now, Councilman Gregory asked me about a year ago, a year and a half ago when he ran. So he asked me to support, and they know, anyone who knows me know that my word is my bond. Yes. Unless I tell a person something, that's it. Yeah. So I told him yes, I would support it.
And tell me why Gregory?
Well, Gregory, I worked as a HUD certified housing counselor for 33 years.
Oh yeah.
Councilman Gregory, I knew him to be He graduated from Burke School. I graduated a year before he did. But he left here, went to college, went to Washington, D.C., deal with $1 billion in Washington, D.C. He had a staff of 200 and something people, almost 300 and something people. He came from Washington, D.C., dealing with $1 billion, and came down to Columbia and deal with more money, $1 billion. He had a big staff there, 2 floors of the HUD office there, that he ran the HUD office for not only for Columbia, but for the state of South Carolina. So all the cities in the state of South Carolina had to deal with the HUD office, which he dealt with them. So he dealt with each one of those cities in the state of South Carolina.
He's just passing us right by now.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
God works in mysterious ways.
That's what I'm saying about. So I know he can handle it because he handled a big staff. He handled more money than the City of Charleston ever did. He created and assisted the City of Charleston to even with all the different senior citizen buildings you see here.
Oh yeah.
He assisted with those things.
Yeah.
You know, so I know he can do it. So that is my opinion on the individual that I'm supporting at the time, and that's why I'm supporting, because I know of what he have done, because we have worked together. And I believe in dealing with budget. His budget, so far as with the HUD office was, is more than the City of Charleston budget was. But he had to handle that budget. So he had assisted everyone in the state of South Carolina in their city to get HUD money, to get HUD buildings built. So that's why my reason is supporting him, and I can talk about it that way.
And something else that the next mayor will have to deal with is really the crime. I want to take you back down memory lane to a couple of days ago when there were 2 different incidents on the west side of Charleston. You actually covered that particular district. And I'm wondering, what goes to your mind when you hear about the crimes that took place in those areas?
Well, on the first crime was on Cyrus Street, and that's the district I represent. Because they have split up all over the place. And the second one was with a young man committed homicide, which was on Norman Street, which is Councilman James Lewis district. But I went back there to the homicide because where the shooting was on Cyrus Street, that young man was taken to the hospital, and I think he's going to be okay. But the problem is we have to, I don't know how we can stop our young people from not talking instead of going to the crime, pulling up weapons. This is the problem, is no one have the conversation going on. No conversation. Everything is about violence. And what could we do to even stop it? You remember one time, even here on the east side, we used to have 13 to 14 homicides. And now it's not known anymore.
No, not at all.
You see, I worked out here, I walked out here 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, being out here in the city, and being out here talking to the young people in the corner. And, you know, they knew who I was, and I said, hey, we can't have this here. We got to change from this image. I don't know if it's causing from the schools. If they had trade in the schools, maybe some of the kids might stay in the trade and forget about all this violence going on. But everything is about the fast pace. So with the fast pace comes the fast money. The fast money comes from the fast drugs in the community. So a lot of this is dealing with those fast-paced crimes because everybody wants fast-paced money. You know, so I don't know if the school can make a difference by putting trades back into the school that we lost when I was in there. Maybe this might help some, because some kids might say, well, I ain't going to college, I'm not going to stay in the school for. But if they get something they can work with and they enjoy doing it, they might stay. But then we don't give them an opportunity to do so because we took all the trades out of the school. And I say that's one thing how Charleston was built right from Burke School with the people who left there who had trades. When they come out of school, high school, and they know their trade, they can go apply and get a license and go and do the work. You don't have to go to college. So this is a lot of things that I think that a lot of young people are looking at. Some young people, not all, but looking at. And that's not stopping you from going to college to get a 4-year degree. That's not stopping you going to technical school to get a 2-year degree. But some kids might just need to have that passion, grassroots, that you can say, I can do this. Look at Mr. Philip Simmons.
He did.
He didn't go to college. There's a lot of people who made it very big in the community, never went to college. But look at them today. So it can happen. Give me something to work with my hands. Some people just like to work with their hands. And they say, I can do this. And they can do it, and they take it somewhere else, take it further. But we have to give them an opportunity to do so.
Speaking of fervor, what's next for you? I mean, I know that you may be serving as really your last term on City Council. What's next for you? Well,
right now, I got some other things on council that I have to deal with. And I don't know if it's going to be able to be finished in the next 2 years. So I'm thinking I have to run again. A lot of people was pushing me and said, no, Councilman, you can't go anywhere yet. You got to stay. I said, well, you know, I'm looking at it very seriously because, you know, I still have to deal with the site of the Bridge site.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm still dealing with the building that's going to be built there from through South Carolina State University, which, mind me, is not South Carolina State University money.
Right.
Money's not coming from South Carolina State University, but it's a part of that because it's out of it's UDAG money, 1899 program.
Sure.
So that building is going to be built, a 3-story community center building that's going to have a lot of different programs in it, and then it's going to be a serving the community. Yeah. So I'm dealing with that, and I got some upper peninsula things that's going that I'll be dealing with the high rise that's going to be coming on East Bay Street. The limit is going higher, 100 feet now. So it's a lot of developments going to be happening in that area, going to up into the neck area, which I represent.
That's right.
And right now, someone new coming would know exactly what's going on.
Yes.
And I wouldn't want to leave a person in that position. I'll leave this community in that position and lose something out.
Or do you have someone that you like to groom?
I haven't seen anyone yet because no one came to me. No one have ever mentioned to me that they want to do it. But I figure the next 2 years, if I run again, you know, and I'm planning on doing it. You know, God's be my helper, my help.
Right.
I'm planning on running again for that last time, and that'll be it.
Okay.
I think within this 2 years, but the next 4 years, if I run again, that should take care of everything that I need to do, and then somebody come up to the plate, and I can groom them and say, okay, you can follow me. Let me keep you on the track of what's going on, what I'm doing in this district.
Right.
But because you don't know how this district is going to be, because the next time a redistricting might happen again,
right.
and the district might change from what it is now.
Wow.
Because the numbers are different.
Yes.
So when the numbers are different, it's going to change. So we don't know where we're going to be. So that might make a big difference also. So I have to get these things done now properly.
That is awesome. Well, Councilman Robert Mitchell, it's always good talking to you.
Yeah. Anytime I can be of service.
Yes.
Like I tell people all the time, I'm only a servant. That's all. God placed me here to be a servant.
You're not a politician?
No, I'm not a politician. I'm a servant of the people.
There you go.
And I'm here to serve. And I can do whatever I can to elevate them, to lift them up higher.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to be the same little Robert Mitchell everyone always been. So, simple person.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All righty.
Thank you.